For people who doesn't know, George Soros is the biggest enemy of India. He might look like an old and innocent man, but he has a motive to destabilize nationalists' governments and is also a billionaire. He funds initiatives to destabilize the nationalist government. He's the biggest enemy of Modi and India. Read further, I will provide links too. Did you know he funded the protests in Shaheen Bagh? Did you know, 3 American NGOs, including Open Society Foundation, was put on government watch list? This NGO was providing free legal aid to the Rohingya Muslims in India. But, we also know fighting cases for lakhs of Rohingyas isn't easy and it requires a lot of money. But again, George is a billionaire, it's not a big deal for him. This has also been found that the NGO has its hands on conversions into Christianity too. On the 22nd of September, Howdy Modi event happened in Houston. The very next day George met Pakistan PM, Imran Khan in New York, where they discussed about Pakistan's GDP and about Kashmir issue. George knew India could become a superpower if there were no internal issues, and Kashmir was a big issue. On 27th of September. The same day Imran too addressed the same session and spewed venom on Indian army, which he usually does. But Modi ji took a note of it and came back to India, and after a month of planning, on the 31st of October give a befitting reply by declaring J&K and Ladakh as 2 different union territories. Later, when Article 370 was abrogated, taking down J&K's special status, this made the main villain in Pakistan as well as George Soros really angry. People like Soros doesn't want India to succeed and become a superpower, and as we know, Imran would obviously support that. We all know Pakistan is good for nothing. They are already in huge debts, so they couldn't let India to become a superpower too. Lol. On the very same day Soros launched a book on Amazon to protect the image of his NGO. By now Soros has lost many times to Modi ji and wanted a revenge, so on the 24th of January 2020 he gave a speech in the World Economic Forum at Davos and committed $1 billion to fight nationalism and nationalists. He also criticized the Citizenship Amendment Bill and met PM Imran Khan again. Now, do you want to see him? George Soros, Hun FBA, is a Hungarian-American billionaire investor and philanthropist. As of February 2018, he had a net worth of $8 billion, having donated more than $32 billion to the Open Society Foundations. He has links with almost all protests, be it in India or the recent Black Lives Matter in USA. He could go to any extent to fight nationalism and nationalists. Almost all the leftists of India have found to have links with him or his foundation. I hope you liked my answer. Do upvote.